Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for this very, very special occasion. Now, standing on this empty stretch of wood chips, it's hard to imagine the spectacular playing field that will be here less than a year from now, hopefully in August. Yet, we can imagine it, because we're Wheaton. And after all, it was only 4 years ago that we stood on a similar expanse of land just over there, just on the other side of Haas, when we imagined a science center. And it's now there. Look what we have today. And we can imagine it because this field has been a dream of our students, coaches, and alumni for a long, long time. In fact, I just said to one of our field hockey players, they'll no longer have to go to Rehoboth. It's about time. And we can imagine it because we have generous and extraordinary supporters who have stepped up to help make this happen. Our champions for this project are Diane C. Nordin, class of 1980, and her husband, Thomas Keller. Both Diane and Tom are with us today, and I'm pleased to announce that Diane has agreed to allow us to name this facility in her honor. So, from now on, we will refer to the artificial turf field as the Diane C. Nordin 80 turf field. Diane and Tom's leadership has inspired a number of people to come forward and commit $3 million, which allowed us to start this project. Now, we're also joined today by a young woman, a Wheaton alum of the class of 2000, who not only played a pivotal role in Wheaton winning its first national championship, but also inspired life trustee Anson Beard to contribute to this project. I want to welcome Dee Dee Sutherland. Dee Dee. We're pleased that you and your family are able to be with us today. For those who haven't seen the incredible run that Dee Dee ran in the 4x4 relay to win the championship, you'll have a chance to see that inside during the reception. We'll have a replay of that. To each of you who made contributions or helped us to assist us with this project, I say thank you, thank you, thank you. You've led the way in this effort, and your support will inspire others to help us achieve our ultimate goal, which is to raise an additional $800,000 to create an endowment to endow the maintenance of this facility. It's also always exciting for me to see the college progress, whether that growth happens in the academic area, in student activities, or in the infrastructure that supports all of these endeavors. Today, we're here to celebrate the expansion of our athletics facilities with a turf field that will serve our current students and those of the future. As Wheaton continues to evolve, we are committed to maintaining balance in the student experience. Now, isn't that what a liberal arts education is all about? A balanced liberal arts education includes intellectual exploration, civic engagement, and of course, personal growth. For many of our students, athletics are a main driver of that personal growth, whether they're playing on the varsity team or participating in a club team such as rugby. Maintaining balance is also what a disciplined student athlete manages to do. I respect and admire them for that. Our student and alumni athletes tell me it's a supreme challenge to balance Wheaton's rigorous academics with the physical and mental demands of training, practicing, and competing, and still squeeze out a few hours for social time. They also tell me they wouldn't trade their scholar-athlete experience for anything else in the world. They tell me that winning feels great, but that losing is sometimes a better life lesson. They tell me that in their teammates they found friends for life, friends who will always have their backs. As teammates, they have forged that kind of unique bond that comes only from competing together, supporting one another, and pushing each other toward excellence. Through athletics, these young women and men learn self-discipline. They learn how to lead, how to cooperate, and how to make decisions under pressure. These are attributes that will serve them well throughout their lives. I'm delighted that we're here today to kick off a construction of a state-of-the-art home field for our lacrosse, field hockey, and rugby teams. A field that will enable them to play at their peak and reach for higher and higher goals. And I know for sure they'll have a lot of fun getting there. And now, please join me in welcoming Thomas J. Hollister, Chairman of the Wheaton Board of Trustees, who will tell us more about how we got here today. Tom?
Thank you, President Crutcher, and welcome everyone to this happy celebration. As Ron mentioned in his remarks, this turf field has been a dream of a lot of people for a long time. What I want to know is, are there any student athletes who are psyched up about this? Anybody psyched up? Great stuff. The Wheaton lacrosse and field hockey teams have had some remarkable feats in recent years in what I think we could describe as less than ideal circumstances. When this field is finished, they will have the capacity to elevate their play to a new level. I am proud of Wheaton. I'm proud to be associated with Wheaton, and I am most grateful to those people who conceived and contributed to this project. Thank you for your contribution to our student athletes. I want to give special thanks to the Wheaton Athletics Review Committee, whose members gave their time and talent last year to think through and study the college's athletic program. Their thoughtful and systematic assessment of the role of athletics at Wheaton and the resources needed to support it led to this day. The committee recommended the construction of an artificial turf field to better serve the athletes and the sports that require this kind of playing surface. After all, Wheaton wants first-class facilities for its teams. Look, for example, at the Wheaton baseball team. This past spring, the team made it to the last game of the College World Series. Makes you wonder if they could have done that without the outstanding facility of Seidel Stadium. This artificial field will serve varsity sports such as field hockey, men's and women's lacrosse, provide new opportunities for intramural and club sports such as rugby, club soccer, ultimate frisbee. It will extend the playing season to late fall and early spring, and for that matter, it's going to have some great lights so into the evening, not all evening. And beyond bringing the college community together and strengthening school spirit, it can serve as a resource for summer sports camps and other activities that generate revenue for the college. It is now my honor to introduce the woman who, along with her husband, have made this possible. She's had a distinguished career in the financial services industry. She serves her alma mater as a key trustee and a member of the executive committee. And it is along with it was their vision and stewardship that made this transformational new field possible. So, without further ado, I give you Trustee Diane Nordin, class of 1980. I give you Tom Keller.
I wanted to go first because I like to talk. But as a 33-year veteran of marriage with my wife, this might be the easiest thing we've ever agreed on, proceeding with the support of this facility. As a person involved in college athletics a lot, I certainly understand the value of athletics in terms of overall education, and combined with my wife's tremendous love for her alma mater, it was a 100% no-brainer. So wanted to introduce Diane to the crowd, and thank you all for coming today.
To sort of get this moving on. All right. So thank you, Tom, and thank you, President Crutcher. And I want to thank you and your teams for organizing this event today. Also, kudos to Mary Casey, Marjorie Houston, and their hardworking staff in the development office who spearheaded the fundraising for this field. It might look like a no-brainer, but it was a lot of hard work. So good for you. $3 million in a very short period of time is no small feat during this recession and these tough times. You did all the hard work, and yes, there's a little bit more work to do. So I'd like to recognize my family here, my parents, Jan and Dick Nordin. My dad here has got his Wheaton tie on. He dug that out. The last time he wore it was at graduation. He also has his father's weekend button in his pocket. If you don't know what that is, I'll tell you later. But they have been long supporters of Wheaton. And also our daughters, Allie and Julia Keller. They're also in the front here. Allie was a Division I saber fencer at Northwestern, and Julia was the captain of the Brown University lacrosse team. Our son Matthew played ice hockey and lacrosse at the Naval Academy. He's in the Navy. He's not here right now. He's doing something else. We're not sure where he is, actually. But importantly, as you heard Tom say, my husband has had a legacy of success as an athlete at Williams College, where we met, and as well as over a 30-year coaching career at the high school and collegiate level. So with those brief introductions, you get the sense that sports is kind of important in our family, for everyone in our family, in fact. And in fact, I am the least distinguished athlete. I started playing organized sports right the year exactly when Title IX was passed, 40 years ago. And I was a 3 varsity sport athlete at Swampscott High, which sounds very daunting right now. And back then in 1972 to 76, it wasn't that hard, but I had a lot of fun. I played field hockey, I ran track, I was a cheerleader, and I remember well the friendships, hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, and the bus rides. Yes, the bus rides. I remember those. And then I played for 2 years at Wheaton, only 2 years, at field hockey. And I remember those blood, sweat, and tears, and I remember standing on the sidelines, and I think I earned some playing time, and I do think we won some games, but not nearly the impressive wins that these teams have been winning. So my husband, Tom, and I are pleased to support this effort for 3 reasons. First and foremost, for the coaches. My husband's 30-year coaching career, I have seen the transformative potential a coach can have on a young person. Not just building muscle, but building character. Ron talked about the losses. Those build a lot of character. We need to provide coaches the facilities they need to have that type of impact. And Rebecca, Jamie Lockhart, Emily Kyblack, all 3, and also the other soccer coaches and other coaches, this is for you first and foremost. For you to attract, retain, and motivate those kind of students we really want to have here at Wheaton. And I understand the other coaches who won't be using this field as much as you will are also very supportive. So congratulations to you. And for the college, times are tough. Wheaton is getting stronger, but the economics of higher education is getting tougher and tougher. So most of Wheaton's target applicants are high school varsity athletes who think turf fields are not a nice to have, but a must have. They're outstanding student athletes and people we want to contribute to this college environment. The greater the applicant pool, the greater the selectivity we can have, the better selectivity we can have, the stronger Wheaton we can have. That's what the Athletic Task Force tells us. It's common sense, and we most certainly believe it. So third, we support this field for the students. Yes, the students. Club, intramurals, just having fun, as well as varsity hockey and lacrosse. I hear the rugby teams are pretty active in this fundraising as well, and thank you very much. But field hockey, I'll be the 3rd person to say it. No more buses to Rehoboth. Welcome back home to home games. No more 14 games on the road. In lacrosse, I know this well, no more muddy, snow-covered practices and games. And fans, and most importantly parents, a beautiful place to cheer on these impressive, hardworking, and talented athletes. Field hockey and lacrosse all have wowed us with their recent successes. Field hockey making it to the ECAC tournament, men's lacrosse, Pilgrim League finals, and Coach of the Year, women's lacrosse, ECAC champs, and NUMAC semifinalists. Some outstanding individual records and recognitions as well. I could only imagine the heights you'll achieve and the fun you'll have on this new field. So go beyond. Make us proud. Thank you.
Again, thank you, Diane and Tom, and thanks to all those who have who made donations on behalf, and those of you who will continue to help us to raise the $800,000 that we still need to raise for the maintenance funds. So now we're going to do the groundbreaking. I'm going to ask everyone here to pair up so we can take one of the spades and put it into the ground.
Yeah, I don't.
Talking about